Today we're talking with Chief Robert Vogel and Sergeant Cindy Conrad from the South Lyon Fire Department. Welcome both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's just start out very basic. Talk to me a little bit about the size of the fire department here in South Lyon and some of the resources you have as far as trucks and so forth.
Okay, the South Lyon Fire Department is 126 years old.
Nice.
We're exclusively a paid-on-call department, which means we all walk around town with a pager, and if the pager goes off, we respond to the station. There is no full-time staff with the South Lyon Fire Department. We have 20 firefighters. We're very proud of our 25% female firefighters, which is natural average is about 5%. We are also a Class 3 fire department, which means insurance rates, it's top 3% in the country. We're very proud of that.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
And as far as trucks and so forth, because I'm fascinated by fire trucks, and many people are. Talk to me about some of the equipment that you have.
A couple years ago, the city purchased a brand new engine, which carries water and hose. We also have a aging 20-year-old ladder truck, which reaches up to about 100 feet. We also have a second engine, which is about 10 years old. And then we have a rescue truck, which carries medical equipment and miscellaneous tools.
Sure. So let's start out here. When I think of the fire department, I think you guys are responding to fires and so forth. What are some of those things that you respond to and help out with?
We generally do about 80% medical.
Okay.
This is a very aging community. Our runs are escalating at a high rate, way more than the national average. We're already 100 runs ahead of last year. Last year we did 704 runs. So far we're at 812.
Wow.
So we're on pace for about 950.
Okay.
And that is one of our challenges, dealing with the increase in services and trying to still stay under a reasonable budget.
Sure. And I suppose you also help out with accidents, car accidents.
Yep, not a lot of accidents. We don't have many streets over 35 miles an hour. I think Pontiac Trail is probably one of the more busiest and probably the highest speeds. Mm-hmm. But we do a lot with our neighbors. We work with Lyon Township Fire Department, Green Oak, Salem. Yesterday we spent 3 hours in Green Oak, helping while they were on a fire.
Okay.
We also do fire alarms, smoke investigations, CO calls, which is carbon monoxide, fire alarms.
Perfect. And how about rescuing cats from trees or getting Santa unstuck from the chimney?
Well,
respond to
many fire departments have gotten out of that.
Okay.
Just for the fact of cats come out of trees by themselves.
Sure.
And then it just puts a strain on the fire service. There's pretty good rescue groups now that have come about for bats in the house, cats in trees. We still, if we feel that someone is trying to put themselves in harm's way to get this animal, we'll come help. For example, last year we pulled out a family of ducks that fell into the storm drain by the post office.
Exactly, yeah.
We don't want people climbing in storm drains.
Sure.
So we come out. Animals that fall through the ice, we say, call us. Don't try to make your own rescue, because usually that ends up being the animal and the human.
Exactly, great. Well, you mentioned up front the paid-on-call. So can you talk a little bit about what exactly is a paid-on-call department?
Mm-hmm. So a paid-on-call department is what Chief had mentioned earlier. We walk around town with a pager and we respond to the station. Traditionally, the fire service is split up between career and volunteer. Volunteer is kind of a odd word, because volunteer usually is synonymous with free. Mm-hmm. We do get paid for our calls for responding, but we don't have a 24-hour shift like a career department would.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I were to become a paid-on-call fire department, not volunteer, well, I guess volunteer, what training would I get, or how would I sign up, or how would I get information about what
so the majority of people we hire for paid-on-call departments are people that already have a full-time day job, or we hire high school students who use this as a stepping stone. But for someone like you that has a full-time day job, they'll have training. It's about 4 months of EMT training and about 8 to 10 months of fire academy. And those usually happen back to back, and they're done on evenings and weekends to accommodate the working person.
And is that training done here locally in South Lyon, or is there like a regional facility where people go?
There's various facilities. We have a lot of options. We have Farmington Hills, Ann Arbor. Brighton, HVA, we've used all of those resources for training.
Right, great.
We're very proud of the fact that not only will we pay for your training, we pay for your time in class.
Oh, nice.
We pay
Okay.
you an hourly rate. We are always hiring. It is, is what keeps me up at night is recruiting and retention.
Sure. And then how could people find out more information about how
We
to
have
become
a great website. We're always updating it. It's at southlyonfire.com.
Okay.
We have an application on there. We have information about the paid on call. We also have great information for business owners, or if you're curious about fireworks laws or burn pits. We really encourage people to hit our website first.
Great.
Or during the week, stop in the fire station. Doors are always open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Great. Excellent.
I encourage everybody to come in and visit.
Cool. Well, let's kind of shift from paid on call and volunteers, but for everybody here in South Lyon, I'm sure they can get some great tips from you. Because again, given the holiday season, the thing I always hear about are Christmas trees that dry out, catch on fire, and so forth. What type of safety tips do you have around this holiday season, or really that are relevant for the entire year?
Well, definitely overloading circuits. That will be the number one thing that people do. Extension cords are meant for temporary use, not for extended use, and people tend to plug in way too many things at once. That's one of the number one things we'll see. And also heating appliances, so space heaters. You have to give them enough distance, 3 feet around all space heaters, even your furnace. And another thing we like to focus on as well is this is the time when heating appliances are turned on like furnaces. So carbon monoxide calls go up. Have a working carbon monoxide detector in your home on every level that you will be sleeping on. We get many of these calls, and a lot of them are false calls, but
Sure.
the odd ones are not, and it's pretty scary. And carbon monoxide is odorless. You can't smell it. It weighs the same as air, so it mixes in with your air. So it's not going to be low laying or up high. It's going to be in with your regular air. So
Sure. Excellent.
Can I just add something?
Most certainly.
We recently received a grant for free smoke detectors, which we gave out completely. But people call all the time and ask, and we still have smoke detectors. If you live in the city, I can't stress this enough, please call. We will come and install smoke detectors for free. If you have questions about your current ones, we will come out, evaluate what you have. The fact of the matter is smoke detectors save lives.
Right.
There's nothing else that can be more preventive to save lives than smoke detectors.
And what's the recommendation too then? So, obviously one smoke detector in a house is typically not enough. What's your typical recommendation?
We say, one per floor minimum,
Okay.
but I like to see one near a kitchen, in a hallway, by bedrooms, in the basement. If you can just, as many as you can afford,
Right.
Depending on your space, obviously. We want to make sure that if you're in the basement, you can hear it. If you're in your bedroom, you can hear it. And then have a plan to get out.
Right. And it's good to change the batteries.
Yeah, and they're good for 10 years.
Okay.
People don't understand that also, that we just throw them away.
Okay.
I recommend they make great smoke detectors now that have a 10-year battery. You put it up, you hang it, you write little letters on there. I put it in 2019, so in 2029 I'm going to throw it away and buy another one.
Yeah. Excellent. Great advice. And again, such a simple thing to do.
Yep.
Carbon monoxide detectors as well. Great. Those
Yep.
simple things that you can do to keep you and your family safe. All right. Well, how else, because I know the fire department, we always see you guys at the parades and so forth, but how else are you guys involved in the community?
We spend a lot of October in the schools. That is Fire Prevention Month. However, we also we have visits with the Cub Scouts. They get a patch. They have to come to the fire station. We go to schools. We go to the ECC. I've even been asked now to get involved with the seniors.
Okay.
What kind of safety can they consider?
Right.
We do a safety program now with senior citizens where it's all about pets, purses, and pills.
Pets, purses, and
Yep, you grab those 3 things and they can get out, and
Sure.
that's once those 3 things are secure, people feel secure and they exit their homes. So,
Right. Yeah, because again, I think in a situation like that, emergency, a lot of times you get so
yep.
what you normally be thinking clearly that you're not. And so, again, it's a nice, simple way to remember
Yep.
things to be able to quickly grab, and get out. So keep yourself safe.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that they should have a home.
escape plan.
Right.
They should talk about that. How do you get out of your house in an emergency? And a lot of people don't even know that their window, which is really tough to open, they have never practiced opening it. Well,
Right.
you should practice opening it, because if something happened, that might be the only way you're going to get out.
Right. Good point. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to add here today as far as the involvement of the fire department, what you guys are focused on recently, or just any other insights that you have to share with our viewers?
as we said earlier, I can't stress this enough, if you're looking for something in life for a challenge, we would love to meet you. We'd love to talk about hiring you and, maybe talk about being a firefighter. We're
And
always
you
hiring.
have to be a 6'3" muscular
Nope,
husky man?
absolutely not.
Okay.
We're doors are out open. We'd love to talk. What else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
recruiting's
I mean,
definitely
seriously, look at our website, call us up, stop in.
Great,
We'd love to
great.
meet you.
It doesn't hurt to come in and just meet you guys.
exactly.
And check out the facilities or the fire equipment that we have here in
Yeah,
South Lyon. Terrific. All right. Well, thank you, Chief Vogel.
Thank you.
And Sergeant Conrad. Very nice meeting you guys here today. And
Thank
you
you
guys
for
have a great
having us.
afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.